Breaking news, Cheng Xiao defends Shukai amid Tan Songyun agency statement backlash. The entertainment industry thrives on scandals, but every now and then, a single moment shifts the entire narrative. Just when the chaos surrounding Shukai's emotional bracelet gesture and Tan Songyun's agency statement seemed ready to crush his reputation, the world was blindsided by a voice no one expected to hear, Cheng Xiao's. And in that single act of defense, she turned a storm of backlash into the biggest emotional earthquake of the year. The backlash Shukai couldn't escape. After Shukai's now famous interview, where his tender gesture toward a bracelet linked him back to Cheng Xiao, the internet exploded. Fans swooned, but others accused him of disrespecting Tan Songyun. When Tan Songyun's agency released their bold statement, declaring they would not let her sincerity and feelings be overshadowed by memories of the past, Shukai's silence only deepened the controversy. Overnight, headlines painted him as careless, torn between two women, unwilling to take responsibility. Comment sections filled with angry voices. He broke Tan Songyun's heart in front of the world. Why does he hold on to Cheng Xiao while dragging Songyun into this mess? Shukai is selfish. He can't have them both. For the first time in years, Shukai's golden boy image trembled under the weight of public judgment. Cheng Xiao's silence. Until now. While Shukai drowned in criticism, Cheng Xiao remained silent. Fans interpreted her cryptic night sky photo as acknowledgement of his feelings, but she avoided addressing the chaos directly. That silence broke last night in a way no one could have predicted. At exactly 11:45 p.m., Cheng Xiao went live on her official channel. No stylists, no bright lights, no professional setup. Just Cheng Xiao, sitting in a dimly lit room, her hair pulled back casually, her face bare of makeup. The rawness of the moment sent chills down spines even before she spoke. And when she did, the world stopped to listen. The live stream that stunned millions. The live began quietly, with her eyes lowered for a long moment before she finally looked straight into the camera. Her first words were soft, trembling, yet powerful. Stop blaming him. He doesn't deserve this. Fans flooded the chat instantly. The live viewership soared from thousands to millions in less than 5 minutes. Cheng Xiao continued, her voice breaking slightly but her gaze unflinching. Yes, Shukai and I share a past. A bracelet doesn't erase years, and memories don't vanish just because people expect them to. But everything you're saying now, that he's cruel, that he's using Tan Songyun, that he's selfish, it's not fair. I know him. I know his heart. And I know he never meant to hurt anyone. Those words were enough to ignite a firestorm. The moment she broke down. At one point, Cheng Xiao paused, pressing her fingers to her eyes. Tears slipped down her cheeks, catching the dim light. People forget we are human. You think every smile, every silence, is strategy. But sometimes it's just pain. Shukai is carrying more than any of you can see. Don't crucify him for a single gesture that came from a place of honesty. The chat was a flood of heartbreak. She still loves him. Can't you see it? Protect Shukai. Cheng Xiao is risking everything to defend him. I'm crying. This feels too real. Screenshots of her tears spread within seconds. Some fans even claimed you could hear her whisper Shukai's name under her breath as she wiped her face. A subtle message to Tan Songyun. Though Cheng Xiao never attacked Tan Songyun directly, she sent a subtle yet unmistakable message when she said, "No woman should be reduced to a comparison. Not me, not Songyun. We are both more than the rumors you write." But Shukai is not the villain of this story. He is just a man caught in a storm none of us asked for. That line immediately split the internet into two camps. Some praised her maturity, calling it the most graceful response in the saga. Others accused her of indirectly undermining Tan Songyun's agency statement. Either way, Cheng Xiao had spoken and there was no turning back. The industry reacts. By morning, every major entertainment outlet was replaying Cheng Xiao's live. News anchors described it as a rare glimpse into a star's unfiltered truth. Columnists debated whether it was a confession of lingering love or simply an act of loyalty to an old friend. A famous producer wrote on Weibo, "Cheng Xiao didn't just defend Shukai. She redefined the narrative." Her tears reminded us that behind every headline are human hearts, still breaking, still beating. Shukai's response, a silent earthquake. Hours after Cheng Xiao's live, Shukai broke his silence at last, not with words, but with an image. On his official account, he posted a single photo, the night sky. No caption. Just stars. It mirrored Cheng Xiao's earlier post almost exactly. Fans immediately connected the dots. 2 night skies, 2 hearts, 2 unspoken truths. The comments section exploded. They're speaking through the stars. This is not coincidence. This is connection. Shukai answered her without a word. The night sky became a symbol, a love letter written not in ink but in silence. Tan Songyun's shadow. While Shukai and Cheng Xiao stole the headlines, the shadow of Tan Songyun loomed larger than ever. Her agency had fought to protect her dignity, but Cheng Xiao's defense of Shukai shifted public sympathy back toward him. Some fans worried about Tan Songyun's feelings, wondering if she watched the livestream, wondering if she cried too. Rumors spread that she skipped a scheduled appearance that morning, her absence interpreted as silent heartbreak. Others argued she was the true victim in the saga, forced into a triangle she never asked for, her sincerity questioned at every turn. The divide between fans deepened, with new hashtags trending. #Stand by Songyun. #Shukai Cheng Xiao forever. #No one deserves this pain. The midnight rumor. As if the saga needed more fuel, paparazzi leaked unconfirmed footage the same night of Shukai's car parked outside Cheng Xiao's residence. The grainy images, allegedly taken just hours after her livestream, showed a tall figure resembling Shukai entering the building. Though his team declined to comment, the rumor sent shockwaves across the internet. If true, it meant her emotional defense had drawn him straight to her door. Cheng Xiao's midnight defense, the tears that shook an empire. When Cheng Xiao went live to defend Shukai, the world thought it would be another generic PR statement, controlled, polished, rehearsed. But what fans witnessed instead was the rawest, most human moment of her entire career. The scene was haunting in its simplicity, no bright makeup, no branded clothes, just Cheng Xiao in a loose white sweater, sitting cross-legged on the floor. The room behind her was dimly lit, and for a long while, she didn't speak. She just looked at the camera with eyes brimming with words she hadn't yet found the courage to say. Then she whispered, barely audible. "Stop blaming him." The breathless silence. Those 3 words were enough to silence millions of viewers who had tuned in, expecting answers but receiving a plea instead. The chat froze, as though everyone collectively held their breath. She leaned forward slightly, her voice gaining strength as if each syllable was carrying the weight of months, perhaps years, of restraint. "You don't know him the way I do. Shukai doesn't play with feelings. He doesn't wake up and think, whose heart will I break today? His human. He hurts too." Her voice cracked at the last sentence, and in that crack, fans swore they heard the ghost of a love that never truly left. A tearful confession without confessing. Cheng Xiao's words were not a declaration of love, but they weren't denial either. Instead, they were a confession of understanding, a kind of loyalty that transcends official status. When she said, "That bracelet wasn't about disrespecting anyone. It was about holding on to something that kept him alive through his loneliest days," the world went silent again. Was she admitting the bracelet was hers? Was she revealing herself as the invisible thread behind Shukai's quiet strength all this time? Her tears slid down her face like liquid confessions she couldn't stop. And though she wiped them away quickly, the image had already gone viral, screenshots flooding every platform with captions like, "She still loves him. This is the Cheng Xiao we never see, vulnerable, real, aching. If Shukai doesn't see this, he's blind." Fans divide as the internet burns. Within minutes, hashtags exploded across social media. #Cheng Xiao defends Shukai. #stand with Shukai. #she still loves him. The internet split into factions. Some praised Cheng Xiao's courage, calling her tears the most honest moment in the industry this year. Others argued she had no right to insert herself into Shukai and Tan Songyun's current situation. But no one, not even the harshest critics, could deny the power of the image. Cheng Xiao crying for Shukai. Shukai's silent answer. What shook fans even more was what happened just hours later. Shukai, who had remained silent since Tan Songyun's agency's fiery statement, finally posted on his account. Not a word. Not an explanation. Just a photo. The night sky. A scattering of stars. Infinite, quiet, breathtaking. And fans instantly recognized the echo. It was the same image Cheng Xiao had once posted, a symbolic message of longing and distance. Now, he mirrored it. Two skies, two posts, two souls saying what words could not. The internet lost its collective mind. They're talking through the stars. This is not coincidence. This is a conversation. Shukai just answered her, and it's louder than 1,000 words. The whisper of a name. But perhaps the most mind-blowing moment came not from what Cheng Xiao said, but from what fans believed they heard. Around the 22-minute mark of her live, after wiping her tears, Cheng Xiao whispered something under her breath. It was faint, almost drowned by the hum of her microphone. But with today's technology, fans amplified the audio, slowed it down, replayed it endlessly. What they claimed she whispered was chilling. Kai. That single syllable became the spark of another wildfire. Did she accidentally let his name slip in a moment of vulnerability? Or was it an audio illusion created by desperate fans? Regardless, it added to the storm. Media frenzy. By dawn, major media outlets had dropped their headlines. Cheng Xiao breaks down defending Shukai. Silent night, starry sky, Shukai responds without words. The saga deepens, a love that refuses to die. Industry insiders whispered that Cheng Xiao's live was unscripted, unapproved by her agency, a reckless act that could cost her dearly. But others argued it was precisely this raw honesty that made her the heroine of the moment. A famous critic posted, "She may not have confessed love, but in defending Shukai, Cheng Xiao has etched herself permanently into his story. Whether they're together or not, this moment will define them both forever." The midnight visit rumor. Then came the bombshell that no one was prepared for. Paparazzi photos allegedly showing Shukai's car parked outside Cheng Xiao's building the very same night of her livestream. Grainy shots, shadowy figures, and a tall man whose profile looked unmistakably like Shukai's entering through the side entrance. The internet ignited once more. He went to her. He couldn't stay away. This is not a story anymore. This is reality unfolding before our eyes. The night sky led him home. Though his team refused to comment, the implication was clear. Shukai heard her defense, saw her tears, and chose not to stay silent any longer.